Hi there and welcome to my channel. Today's project is for Altenew as I am taking part of the March 2019 blog hub for the release of new stamps, dies, and stencils. And this month's stamps, dies, and stencils are to die for. Some of my favorites they have released in a while. And yeah, I say that every month anyway. So for this particular layout, I am going to use the book club stamp and die, and this was one of the first ones that I picked when I had the catalog. And I love the fact that you can use it on planners, you can use it on books, you can use it in my case on layouts. But I'm going to use it on a layout for my Life Crafted albums from Future Swiss Kids, which is just a traveler's notebook, but it has rings. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am actually going to back the picture. And I picked this paper from the Verdun Wall collection because it has like tons of peach and salmons and oranges. And I'm going to set it aside for a little bit. Now, what I'm going to do, I use actually the camera cut off, is I'm going to use the stamp just to create, kind of frame the picture. So for that, I am using Vicky Butin foundation paper, which is a thick paper. I'm going to add some color after, and I just add in just to half of the stamp, and then just kind of measure where the picture was going to be seated, and then just added that the stamp just to the corners of the picture. Once that is set in, I am actually going to go ahead and use one of the crisp inks. This is the jet black, and stamp the same image onto white cardstock. And then I'm going to use the coordinating dies to cut the outside image and also the little circle that comes in the middle. So I'm going to take it off camera and just have it cut. While that is, I'm working on that, I'm going to go ahead and start setting part of the layout. So for this, I am going to kind of glue the two pages together just to create my left hand side of the page. And then this is where the picture is going to sit. And then I'm going to go ahead and work on the right hand side of the layout. The little circle that I cut from the center of the layout is the one that I'm going to use kind of to mask the area where my title is going to go. So I'm going to add a little bit of removable tape, to the circle and just put it in the center of the page. Now what I'm going to bring is some of the Altenew inks. I'm using blush. I'm using Coral Bliss for this. And all I'm going to do is bring the leaf canopy set and kind of stamp some of the images randomly on the page. You're going to see that I'm going to stamp the image as coming off the center. I'm also going to have some images as if the leaves were coming into the page. And I'm starting with the lighter color. In this case, this is blush. And I'm just also starting with the larger image because I want to see how much coverage I can get of the page. And my idea was try to cover as much as I can of the page while the images are still visible, and it's not just one single pink shape, but you can see different colors and you can see the different leaves. So you're going to see that in some areas I put a lot of pressure, and in some areas I'm okay not putting that much pressure because I just want the shadow of in behind. Now, while that was done, I'm going to go ahead with the next color, and I said I think it's Color Bliss that I'm using. And I'm using the smaller leaf image, and I'm just going to go ahead and start stamping it randomly around the page. I just want to make sure again that because of the changing colors, I am going to see the definition of these leaves. And one of the things that I realized is you're going to see, I'm going to show you pretty much what I did. But once I started photographing it, I realized that there were some areas that the color was missing. So I came back and added a few more of the darkerish leaves onto the page. But that's pretty much it. And one of the things that I kept in mind is that I trying to cover the edges particularly because I want to, like I said, I want the die cut that I created to stand out. Now, once I have that in place and it's all ready, I'm going to add some foam adhesive behind the die cut. I'm going to be careful and add foam adhesive to pretty much all the little tips of this die cut because I want it to be sturdy. Then after that, I am going to actually add a title using the alphas from the Live Your Dream collection from Altenew. This is a new scrapbooking collection and I love the font. And then I'm going to go ahead and start working on the other side of the page. And you're going to see that I'm going to keep it very simple. I wanted the stamp to stand out. And for that, I am actually going to add a little bit of color to the left-hand side. And I'm using blush, the ink pad, and all I did is stamp it onto my acrylic block, add a little bit of water, and just to dilute it dilute it a lot. And then I'm just gonna add a hint of color to each one of the petals. Think of it as a wash. And I went very light with the color. I wanted the picture to stand out, but I want to pick up some of the colors from the right hand side of the layout. So you're going to see that I'm going to add the color petal by petal. I am adding along the way a little bit of definition to just where the petals meet and where I want to add a little bit of shading, and super simple. And you're gonna see that I'm gonna do the same with the top rows too. I'm just adding, like I said, I'm using blush. I'm just stamping it onto the block, adding some water, and just using it as watercolor. Once I have all the petals already colored, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Coral Bliss, and then just kind of use the same method, but this time I'm just adding shading and a little bit of depth. Even though it's gonna be very pale, I wanted to have a little bit of definition. So for that, I'm just using the darker color ink just to bring some of the shading, some of the little depth in the case. And then also I'm using the darker color. I'm gonna use it to color a little bit of the buds, every single one of the buds of the stamp of the image. In this case, I'm gonna add a little bit of color, but I'm gonna leave the leaves pretty much white. And that's pretty much what is gonna take care of this page. I am gonna add a few embellishments. I didn't want to add much because I don't want to take away from the stamps. Honestly, the stamp is so delicate. I'm in love with this stamp, so I just added a few details. I'm gonna bring in a puffy heart, and this is from I think it's an old Valentine's Day collection, and then just a few stickers. And this layout is all about my daughter's love for the phone and the fact that I wish she put it down once in a while, but I don't mind that she's home. So I'm just gonna add a few lines of journal at the bottom of the picture. And then you're going to see that just to bring a little bit of shine, I'm going to add some gold ink drops just to the tips of where the flowers are at. And that's pretty much it. Super simple. I love how this turned out. It's simple, but the layout stands out because of the color and the design of the stamp. Love it. And you're going to see right now, you see how I added a few more colors onto the right hand side of the page just to make it stand out a little bit more. And I hope you try this. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact me and join in the blog hub. There's a chance to win gift certificates and you'll be inspired to see all the projects that were created. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll be back in a little bit with a few more projects to show you for this blog hub. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in a bit. Take care.